Hello and welcome to Crafting with Craft Elf. Today I'm going to teach you how to make a melted snowman Christmas ornament out of hot glue. Now when making this ornament, it's important to use the high temp hot glue. Also, you may not be able to see it on camera because it's so clear, but the hanger on this ornament is made out of a clear monofilament. Monofilament, if you're not familiar with it, is a fishing line. This particular one that I'm using is a 6-pound test. Now you can buy this in your local department store, in the fishing department, or in a sporting goods store. It's very inexpensive. This whole roll cost me less than $2, and it will last you for many, many projects. Since this is difficult to see on camera, I'm going to be using a piece of string today to show you. You could also use an elastic thread. What I really like about the monofilament though is when the ornament is hanging on the tree, you cannot see the hanger, which I think is great, especially for this particular ornament. Now you want to cut a piece of monofilament that's 6 to 8 inches long. You're going to fold it in half so that the two ends line up together, and you're going to tie the ends together in an overhand knot. So you'll end up with a loop with a knot on the end. Now I like to trim the end of the string of monofilament so that it's not on top of the knot, but fairly close, so it's neat. Now you want to put a piece of foil on your work surface. You're going to lay your hanger on the foil, and you're just going to start to squeeze out some hot glue on top of the knot. The knot will be the top of your ornament, and you're going to let the loop extend above that. And you just start squeezing glue out. You want your snowman to be about 2 to 2.5 inches. One tip is, as you squeeze the glue out, if you keep the nozzle of the glue gun in the actual glue as you're squeezing, in the melted glue as you're squeezing it, you won't get as many air bubbles. Now, it's also important, if he's a melted snowman, that you don't keep it as a real nice smooth circle. You want him to look drippy. So you want to let it kind of extend down beyond, and you're not going to see this as it's hot because it's clear when it's hot. As it dries, it will get a little bit whiter, but when it's hot, it's going to be very difficult to see on the foil. So now that you have your glue there, you want to put his face into the glue before it starts to cool. So what I do is I take an orange pipe cleaner and I fold the tip of it down onto itself, forming a V. You want the overall V from start to finish on the other side to be about 3/4 of an inch to 1 inch. Then you're going to take a pair of wire cutters and you're going to cut so that you want to cut the excess off so that you end up with a little orange V. And you're going to put the open end of the V, I squeezed it a little bit closer together, but the end that was open, with the two cut ends of the pipe cleaner, you're going to stick those cut ends into the center of your hot glue. If you want, you could leave it sticking straight out, or you can tip it a little to the right or a little to the left. It's up to you. That is the carrot nose. Then you need to take 7 to 8 black beads. Black e-beads, glass e-beads work very well, but any small black bead that looks size appropriate to you would work fine. You're going to drop 2 of them where you would like the eyes to be, and then you're going to drop 5 or 6 of them into the glue to form the mouth. Now remember, this is very hot glue, so you want to make sure that you don't actually touch the hot glue because you will burn yourself. I have long nails and I kind of just poke it in with my fingernail, being careful not to let my finger touch it, but you can use a toothpick also is great, but you want to push them into the glue just a little bit. So now I'm going to hold this up, but I'm not sure how much you're going to see of it with the camera. This is a completed snowman. You want to let him cool until he's cool enough that you can touch him and that the items that you've pushed into the glue are not going to slide around. You don't want them to, end up in a different place than where you wanted them. So once it's cool, you're going to take the foil and you're going to put it in the freezer with the snowman on it. Now when you take it out of the freezer, you want to let it get good and cold, so you want it to be in the freezer at least 2 hours. I like to throw them in there overnight, and then in the morning, as long as it's still very cold, you can just peel the foil off the back of it and you have your ornament. If it's not peeling off easily, put it back in the freezer for a while because it has to be very, very cold to peel off, otherwise it will stick. When you make these ornaments, if you hang them on the tree in front of a light, the light will shine through and it will give it an extra little touch. They look beautiful on the tree whether they're in front of a light or not, but that's just a little extra tip. So, if you would like to make one of these melted snowman Christmas ornaments and you'd like written instructions, you can stop by our website, www.craftelf.com. There you'll find written instructions for this project and many more craft projects, and all of our instructions are free. So stop by, see what else you like. Please also remember to follow us on YouTube. That way you'll know when we post new videos. Happy crafting!